Well, it's like the great and wise Chernobog once said.
All will bow to me and becoming slaughtered, whether it be as a slave or as a messenger.
In 5D.
D.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What?
Production value so high, carry out to be determined?
Yeah. Wow. I feel like
What just happened?
I feel like we started on a high that we're not gonna be able to commit to.
Downhill.
That's okay. You got me.
For everyone watching, we're just as surprised as you are about that one.
This is news.
Yeah, and for everyone listening too. That was
Yeah,
was something.
he said he had an intro planned, and I didn't hear it
He's
ever.
been doing this. This is his thing now.
This
People
is his-
look forward to Klopp's opening episodes.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
look
have
forward to
given
my
him.
episodes because, I just sit here and build the fuck out of them, and I'm like, oh man, I'm getting good at this now.
Yeah, you know what? One of these days he's gonna do an entire episode of nothing but intros. That's all
Yeah.
we're gonna do. It's gonna be like too
That's
many
all we're
clips.
gonna hear is just an hour of intros.
I've
Yeah.
been
Intro
saving them.
episode.
I've been saving the intros. I have them. They're for my little portfolio. So I could totally do a compilation of them.
Yes, we're gonna release 5D, the intros album.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be the first DVD we sell. It's just Klopp's intro. It's like that and 5D air fresheners that just smell like spite.
Oh, man. and wait, no, don't forget you've got their the sister air fresheners that are also smelling like despair.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Spite and despair.
Bonza, you're gonna love editing my my audio because my neighbor's truck is running, and it's an old truck, and he likes to
good.
rev his truck's engine. It's nice.
Oh
Great.
man,
Well, we can't
That'll be
hear
good.
it now, so hopefully it won't pick up.
yeah,
Oh no, I see it picking up on Audacity.
Oh shit.
that's pretty easy. It does some the thing with the audio that it removes.
Somebody actually has to try at this podcast. I'm just glad it can happen all at the parts where we're not recording. That's
Yeah.
cool. Good. What do we got this week?
Oh no, actually, it's you. What do you got this week?
What do I have? Shitty news.
Wait. Who are we all people? Like, who are we?
We're 5D podcast. We said that. That was at the beginning.
Right. We haven't introduced ourselves.
We do that every week. I feel like we can skip a few.
No, because we got somebody else that you may not have noticed the last
Hey,
time.
he has his
Because he
own
didn't say
episode
anything.
named after him.
He does have his own
He has
episode
his
named
whole.
after him.
I don't think any of us have an episode named after us.
I
except-
think we've run his story arc as far as we'd like to run it at the moment.
What's the title? I didn't hear that.
the title was "Why Did We Bring Aqua?"
And that was the last episode. I think you said 5 words at the most that episode.
Possibly.
Dude, I was so baked. I was out of it, to be honest.
Are you still?
No longer.
Well, yeah, it doesn't count as still if he's gotten like rebaked. If he came down and came back up, he's not still
Oh,
baked.
my
He's
bad.
rebaked.
Could you imagine if he stayed constantly baked at that level for 2
That's
weeks?
just-
So-
that's a level
Dude,
of
no.
dedication.
So,
So-
is he
Isn't
like
that just heated? Like, I feel
no,
like
it's
all
baked
the way.
too. Electric Boogaloo.
So the reason I wasn't really talking much was mainly because I didn't want to interrupt anybody because I didn't want to be rude.
Oh, that's
First
not
time on the
how-
Oh,
podcast,
yeah,
and since I was
that's how it
high, I was
works.
like super worried about that.
He
That's-
was
that's-
I
paranoid.
feel like you being high is supposed to do the exact opposite of making you worry about.
No,
I wasn't-
homie
I
had a
wasn't-
paranoia
like, I don't
episode.
be
I
rude.
get paranoid as shit on weed.
You might want to talk
Yeah?
to your doctor. It's
Yeah.
not working right. You got the wrong one.
And
You
by
might need to
doctor, he
adjust
means
your
dealer.
dosage.
If you have a high that lasts for over 4 hours, you should consult your doctor about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Highs are
Hold
like
on, let me call
boners.
him
They
up
get
real quick.
dangerous after a while.
Yeah.
Dude, if your high lasts more than 4 hours past that shit.
And if your high lasts more than 4 hours, you need to call Domino's. There we go.
Okay,
We got that out of the
so
way. E-News. Flop, sing the shitty E-News song.
This
Uh-oh.
E-News. We got. I should pre-record something to make this better.
Can
E-News.
we pre-record that
Yeah.
so that it is pre-recorded and is extra dumb?
Yeah,
so
can I-
Stargirl,
can I
a show that nobody knew was being made, is being made, and I feel like that. Like, does anybody here actively read DC comics besides me?
Ugh,
No, not really.
no.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that Stargirl is a character that zero of you are familiar with.
Yup.
Go for it.
Okay. No, I mean, there's really not much to it. It's a character that I feel like would be known to anybody who does like I'm not saying like only hardcore DC fans, but anybody who is like actively reading a couple of like DC titles, you will probably run into Stargirl or the affiliated characters with that universe. So it's, you know, it's a lesser known, but not an unknown that's kind of getting her own TV show on the DC streaming service, which is a thing that you have to pay money for just to watch DC stuff. And yet I'm weirdly intrigued and might do it, but not yet because there's not enough stuff.
We spent 3 episodes bitching about how we hated it.
I mean, I do hate it, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to see the stuff on it. So it's this really shitty double-edged sword, you know? But they've done casting for it now. And some of the casting is kind of interesting. So as the titular character Stargirl, you get Brooke Bassinger. No idea who she is. Somebody can look her up if you want. No idea. Here's the interesting one, though. Playing Starman, Joe McHale. From The Soup and Community and, like, Things That Matter. And what's going to be weird is I don't remember Starman being, like, a sarcastic piece of shit. And I don't think I can take Joe McHale as anything except for a sarcastic piece of shit. He's just played a sarcastic piece of shit for so long that now anything he says, no matter how genuine, I'm going to go, he's being sarcastic. And it might not work right. And then you have Henry Thomas, who was recently in Haunting a Hill House, but what might be better known, he's Elliot from E.T. Like, you know, old phone. E.T., the kid, the main fucking kid, is going to be Dr. Midnight. He's got like a moon on his head.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, E.T. Phone Home.
Right, but not like Mystic and not Alien. And then here you want just fun. Lou Ferrigno Jr. is playing Our Man. And I know what you're thinking right now. There's a Lou Ferrigno Jr.? Yes, apparently there is, and he's playing Our Man.
Okay.
I really feel like he needs to make some kind of like
Brooke-
Easter egg joke where he's like the Hulk for Christmas or something or for Halloween.
Brooke
episode.
Bassinger is an
DC,
American
wrong company.
actress.
I
best
know
known
that,
for
but
her
that's why it'd be
lead role-
With
hilarious.
Wow.
going what?
Clubs, what's
her
going
lead
on?
role as Bella Dawson on the Nickelodeon series Bella and the Bulldogs.
I've never even heard of that
Her-
Nickelodeon series.
Her recurring role as Emma in The Haunted Hathaways.
Never heard
Her
of
part
that.
as Ronnie Sweetser in the Hulu show All Night, and her role as Maxie in the 2018 movie Status Update.
I have seen 0 of these things.
I have seen none of these.
A grand total of none. Like that's not a judge. Like she's just some stuff I haven't seen. That's not her. It's more just like there's a lot of like B and C list talent who's really weird for a superhero show, and also that the world contains Lou Ferrigno Jr., who I didn't know was a thing.
Also, I looked him
Right.
up. He doesn't really look like Lou Ferrigno.
Is he also deaf like Lou Ferrigno?
I don't.
That
think
can be
so.
hereditary. I'm asking a legitimate question.
I don't think so.
Wait, Lou
But I
Ferrigno is
don't know.
deaf?
Yeah,
Yes.
you didn't know.
I didn't
this?
know that. No.
Wow.
He's not like 100% deaf, but yes, Lou Ferrigno is mostly deaf.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Once
New
you go
fact I
Hulk, you
learned
go
today.
deaf.
apparently.
So
Yeah, I'm going back and forth between the pictures of the two, and yeah, I agree with his statement.
So the other bit that might be interesting to people, again, people who are either interested in like CW DC shows, which I know are really popular, or comics, Greg Berlanti, the main producer for Arrow and Flash and Legends of Tomorrow and other shirtless boys beating up other shirtless boys on that network, Greg Berlanti, and then Jeff Johns, formerly, I think he was chief editor at DC. He's not chief editor anymore, but still, Jeff Johns, big, important comic writer. Love Jeff Johns' work. He's going to be producing the show, which is, I think, good. He's a good voice to have on it. And here's just the synopsis in a nutshell for you guys. And this is edited for the DC Universe show. This is not exactly the comic, but Stargirl follows high school sophomore Courtney Whitmore, who inspires an unlikely group of young heroes to stop the villains of the past. The new DC Universe series reimagines Stargirl and the very first superhero team, the Justice Society of America, in a fun, exciting, and unpredictable series premiering in 2019. So that's a Justice Society, kind of in a nutshell. They were like the Justice League before the Justice League. So remember, like, if you've ever seen like The Flash when he has the little metal hat with wings on it, or Green Lantern when he's like an old white dude with a cape and he can't take wood. Literally, his weakness is wooden things.
Yeah.
worst fucking weakness. But it's
Well,
him,
like yellow's
Starman.
fucking better.
Well, it's him, Starman, Stargirl, Hourman, and Wildcat. And the fucking best edition of Wildcat, Army Early. I can't. He's the drill sergeant in everything. You ever saw
Liam
Full Metal
Ermey?
Jacket? Private Pile.
Liam Ermey.
That guy. He voiced Wildcat in a couple of the old DC cartoons from when we were kids, and he is the best fucking Wildcat because Wildcat is supposed to be like an old,
I was about
silly
to
boxer.
say, if you're saying he's coming for this, I don't think so. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
no,
he's
he
dead
did.
now.
He unfortunately
Yeah.
did. Okay, so that's it for Stargirl. Like I said, that's going to be like mildly interesting for DC fans.
So is it taking place in like 1940s or is it like
No,
modern
so
day?
they're doing a reimagining, and they say they're fighting the villains of the past. So I wonder if it's going to be a weird time travel thing, because DC Comics, fucking literally anything can happen.
Didn't they already do that with Heroes of Tomorrow?
Well, but this is DC. Oh, no, I guess Here's Tomorrow is DC.
Yeah.
I don't know, that show's awful and it only made it through 2 episodes. It was,
Okay.
God, that show was unwatchable. It was so bad. They're more time traveling, just from the sound of it, because they say to stop the villains of the past. I feel like maybe old villains are coming back to modern day. That's
Okay.
what it sounds like, but I have no like that's just
See-
me
see,
postulating.
I
That's-
would be more interested in it if it was set in like that kind of time era.
Well, they tried that with Agent Carter and it didn't work out, unfortunately. I was like,
Yeah, but
1950
Agent Carter didn't have any superpowers, so
they might have had some. I can't.
it was
actually
more.
say
It was more in espionage, intrigue. So it really didn't fit the
Yeah.
folks that like superhero movies. At least that's why I thought it felt. I liked it.
Well, either way, so this is gonna be on DC Universe. You have to pay for that streaming app to get it. They're also doing Doom Patrol. They're doing the Titan show. They're gonna be doing the new season of Young Justice, which is good. If you haven't seen Young Justice, seriously, like even if you're not a big comic fan, Young Justice is just a good animated show.
So
So
it
good.
is. I agree. There's very little interest for me in the DC Universe app or whatever it is. I'm slowly getting interested in the Disney one because I've heard Star
I'm
Wars
actually-
things are coming, and I'm
I'm-
like, oh, that's
There's a
You're gonna
couple
get
of
me
Star
on
Wars
that
shows
one.
coming to that, but what I'm actually looking for, Klops, I'm wondering if like 3 or 4 of us can't pitch in on it together, and then we can
Yeah.
just share. As long as like multiple people can be logged in, or like if you can have multiple profiles.
Yes, let's
Share
talk
a
about
login.
this live on the air.
Prove it. Somebody has to listen to this for them to catch us. Haha! Hiding in plain sight.
Aqua's listening, and I don't trust that shifty bastard.
So,
All right. Now listen here. I might have sold some drugs. Don't worry about it.
Oh, get out! Like none of us have fucking done that before.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You're in fairly-
You
Ooh.
know, shockingly, I actually have not.
You never even like sold a friend a dime bag when he was out, because that's technically selling
No,
drugs.
no, I've not.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, I swear.
You
I
look like the
swear.
type of kid who sold oregano to the white kids.
No,
I
I-
actually did that once.
Oh,
No
you're not
joke,
the
I
only one,
actually did
homie.
that.
Oh no.
There was an annoying girl in my middle school who was like, I figure you're the kind of guy who can get me weed and don't rip me off because I'll know the difference. So I just took a bunch of herbs and like crushed up leaves and sold it to her. And she was like, this is legit, and gave me $20. And I was like, yeah, you fucking have fun with that, you dumb bitch. Really happened.
Dude, the best part about that is that she actually did get high, but from the lack of fucking oxygen, you
Yeah,
almost
it was
killed
just
her,
like
you
oxygen
monster.
deprivation and like
Yeah.
smoke inhalation fucking with her head.
Fucking, was it apoxia?
Asphyxia.
Oh no.
Bro, imagine her just smoking on that for like a week straight.
Oh, it was a big bag
Oh.
too. I gave her a huge bag of it. Not like a freezer bag, but like a decent sized bag of bullshit.
Jesus Christ. You're a
I
monster.
also sold a freshman bong water once
hypoxia.
when I was a
What?
Fucking great.
Yeah, they were trying to buy weed, and I was like, I don't have any weed, but I guess you can drink this bong water, and that'll probably fuck you up. And so they paid me $10 to drink. It's like, and it was actually when we were doing a whiskey bong, so it was whiskey in the bottom of the bong.
Oh, dude,
I
actually-
had it for like a week and a half.
Hey, dude, I'm sure it tasted like shit, but it actually got them high.
It got them sick, I'm sure, at the very
Or
least.
at least drunk.
But yeah, it was. I did messed up things in high school. I'm not that
Did.
guy anymore, so there's that.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
E News. Hellboy got a new poster for the new David Harbour.
New
Hellboy?
poster or a trailer?
Trailer's coming Thursday, so poster's up now,
Oh.
and then the trailer will be up. I don't like that they have to announce trailers now, because trailers are the thing that announces the movie. You don't
Yeah.
need to announce the thing that announces the thing. Unnecessary.
It's like billboard for Sony coming soon.
Right. Right. Like it's actually like a billboard telling you that up the road there's going to be a billboard with good information on it. Like you just got to get 2 more miles up the road. There's going to be a dope ass billboard up there. Later. Like it's dumb. But the jury's kind of out on this Hellboy. Like I'm not saying that a rated R Hellboy is necessarily bad. I'm not saying David Harbour's bad casting. My only problem is that Hellboy was never really rated R. Like in its material that's in the comics, there's nothing really worthy of an R rating in it, and it just feels unnecessary. Like making a super graphic, gory Hellboy, that's actually not the comic. The comic's not really that bloody.
I'm just hoping it's not a fucking reboot because the first one wasn't bad. The first one was actually pretty great.
Well,
I
it's
think.
not going to be a
Yeah,
sequel.
it was pretty solid.
Both
Like-
those movies are really good.
So wait, it's not a sequel. It's
Not a
it's
sequel. This is a reboot.
Ah, Dios mío.
Like this is one of those soft reboots. Like they're not going to directly call out anything that was done in the first. This will feel like a standalone movie, but it has no relation to the first movie. So it's one of those soft reboots.
So
like
it's a
we're not
reboot
saying-
because the shit in the first one didn't happen. A
well,
soft
it
reboot.
didn't necessarily like nothing in this will ever involve anything from that. So there's no way to say whether it did or didn't happen.
That's kind of shitty because if it's gonna be R-rated, I want to see a bunch of Nazis get obliterated.
Sounds like a
that's,
cop
that's
out.
not going to happen in this. This is going to be him versus a witch. Nimue
Oh.
the Blood Queen,
Yeah.
which if anybody's read, so you will know, Nimue the Blood Queen is the final act of Hellboy. It's right before Hellboy dies and goes to hell in the comics, and they end the series. So Nimue is a witch
I think
who
it's
is empowered
Nimue.
with, huh?
I think it's Nimue.
Sure. Nimue, you fucking say it how you want. That shit ain't phonetic. But this chick gets imbued with these otherworldly powers, and actually what those otherworldly powers turn out to be. Remember that big floating space crystal in the first movie?
Yeah,
The big fuck off tentacle monster? It's literally one of those tentacles possesses her. So she's like an otherworldly horror of horrors.
so she's
comes
like
Sounds like
to
a
vassal
sounds
of
like a really
Yogg-Sagoth?
bad anime plot.
Yeah, it's kind of tree rape from Evil Dead, but not quite.
Well,
like-
I was thinking that it's like she's like a vassal of like Yogg-Sagoth. Like,
Yeah,
Sort of,
pretty
but
much.
it's not physically the tentacle. It's more like the essence of the tentacle.
Oh,
But
so she's not a meat puppet.
no,
doesn't matter.
Is all that matters.
Yogg's thing is that if he wakes up, he just blinks everything out of existence.
that is sort of what this creature is, because it almost destroys the earth, and it's just one tentacle out of like the 5 pillars that are coming out of that thing. So it's way more powerful than we saw it as in the comics and even in the movie that we saw. But yeah, that's what this is going to be. It's him versus her. It's literally done in the comics, and again, it's a big battle, but it's not bloody. It's not super gory. It's not that bad. So we'll see. But trailer on Thursday, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Fucking well, by the time this goes up, it'll be last Thursday, so it'll have just gone up a couple of days ago. So fucking.
And we'll talk about it again. So it's like we're that billboard that's pointing to more information coming out later.
We are officially a billboard. Klops, say a billboard thing. Perfect. So the last bit of e-news. It's what a billboard wouldn't say anything. He was
Exactly.
fucking accurate.
They have audible billboards.
Kingdom Hearts 3 major leak happened. So in Insider, presumably at Square, though possibly at Disney, leaked up gameplay footage, the ending, the beginning, some cinematics, some character designs, like just put up a bunch of shit. And well, if I'm wrong about any of that, it's because I personally am not looking at leaked footage. I don't want to know, but he apparently put up a bunch of shit. And yeah, no, it's all legit. Like the head of Square Enix had to come out and make a tweet saying, "Hey, sorry, this is out there. There's nothing we can do to make it out there. We're working with parties to figure out who it was. If it got spoiled, we're sorry. But, you know, if you're a real fan of this, just hold back. Just wait. The game is 6 weeks out. Like, enjoy the game when it comes
I'm
out.
Sure, it was
Don't just watch
totally
this shit.
accidental and not hype
No.
train.
No. This is like, apparently it spoils the ending. Like, it actually spoils parts of the game's storyline. This was definitely not meant to be leaked material. This is actually like somebody's getting fired.
Hmm.
And actually, there was an update from one of the voice actors who was saying that from what he's heard, the person was caught and is being dealt with.
They're gonna take him out back and shoot him.
Probably. This is Japan. They're going to make him commit seppuku. Dishonorable motherfucker. But yeah, so big major leak for that. So if you're seeing, there is an official final trailer out that came out for it yesterday or Saturday, something like that. So definitely check that out, the official, but be careful because there is some spoiler-filled stuff out there. And if you need fucking Kingdom Hearts on a drip system like I do, you want to avoid that shit.
Yo, Klops, can you send that picture I just sent to you on Discord to fucking Devin?
What?
How did I say it to him?
Yeah, I feel
Podcast
like,
material.
I feel like he misunderstands how this works. So, we were talking about this other thing that kind of enraged both of us.
Oh, the other. Okay, yeah, I guess that is e-news, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this might affect the whole group more. This is a topic I think the group understands a little bit better. So, GameStop.
GameStop.
Everybody's
Are they
favorite
going out of business?
It seems like they want to really badly with their decision.
I know they closed down a hell of fucking stores around the country. I know.
So they had an almost it was what, $500 million loss in Q3. So yeah, really bad, really bad. And then even worse, so this is something I had heard through a podcast I was listening to, the completely unnecessary podcast from those guys who do that. There you go. Look that shit up. They were talking about there is apparently a GameStop process, I guess you'd call it, a GameStop policy. So now that they're no longer carrying 360, PS3, and Wii and Wii U games in the store anymore, those have all gone to discount bins or taken off the shelves. They're only selling those through their online store. To save on packaging and to save on warehouse shelf space, they are discarding all of the boxes and artwork from all of the games in the warehouse. Everything is just going to be sent in a paper sleeve.
Boo.
Meaning anybody who's trying to collect physical media for these, the boxes are being thrown out. They're being discarded. They're being gotten rid of. So literally a whole chunk of... I mean, I get that not everybody's interested in the box, but I mean, essentially a chunk of what you're purchasing is literally just being thrown the fuck away. As a game collector, to me, this is madness.
No.
No?
This is Sparta!
I feel like Sparta would keep cases.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm
Also,
sorry, man.
how long were you sitting on that? And I feel like it was fucking wasted.
Well done, Aqua. Well done.
Aqua.
No, the picture. I'm finally seeing the picture, so I'm bringing up more shit that doesn't make sense to anybody who's
yeah,
not...
no, check this out. I can put this up. So what we were talking about I think this is part of the leak, right? Am I
I
correct?
just saw Audacity peak so high when I did that, by the way.
And I feel like you just peaked in this podcast there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's
gonna be the
definitely
best thing.
the fucking Mactan.
So am I correct? Is this the leak that we're talking about, or at least an image related to?
Yes.
Well, aside
Yeah,
from
it's a
Donald
picture.
holding a gun, which is definitely not a thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say.
Well, I don't know, motherfucker. I was like, this is
You
Kingdom
really
Hearts.
think that that's in the goddamn
Donald.
game?
Yeah, bro.
They have a sword shaped like a fucking key. Anything is possible.
I-
That was a key sword and a duck with a gun.
Yeah, that's how this works. So yeah, I mean, really though, you guys are just fine with GameStop doing this?
No,
Do you
of course
not.
not.
Care
I'm-
about the box?
I'm annoyed as
I'm
shit.
not okay with it as far as like a collector's standpoint, but at the same time, it does not surprise me. This isn't the first time that companies just fucking go,
but-
well, fuck it.
How much they charge for their fucking games? They better give me
better get
fucking
the
the
box.
original content and shit. Just saying. God damn.
I never really liked GameStop, honestly. I bought an Xbox there a while ago.
Yeah, but
Xbox
who else
One.
would you go to for brick and mortar stuff?
I don't know. I play on PC. It's very a foreign concept there.
No, but I went and I bought an Xbox and I looked up like what they were selling it or what they were buying it for on their website. And it was like almost $150 cheaper than what they were selling it for. The used ones. It's like why?
Welcome to
Why?
GameStop.
That's actually the way I got my Wii U and my Xbox One was I made a deal with a couple of friends. I had friends who were trying to sell off those consoles, and I said, "Hey man, whatever GameStop's going to give you, I will give you that for it." So it makes no difference to them. They were just going to sell it to GameStop anyways, and I get a great priced fucking console paying exactly what the fuck GameStop was going to give you. They're basically setting the market price for buying those things.
Yeah.
So then that's an offer I will make to anyone out there. You want to sell a console? I'll give you what GameStop will give you for it. And you don't have to help fucking support GameStop. Blam.
Well, to be fair though, I don't know if they're going to be around for much longer at this rate.
Probably not.
No, they're really getting killed by the online market.
They're gonna die out like Blockbuster, fam.
Oof.
Thank
And
God.
unfortunately, I hate to see a brick and mortar shop like that go away. I don't want only digital game distribution. I don't like that. I
These
like
guys
this
were predatory as shit though.
But no, yeah, GameStop deserves to go out of business for being shitty about what they do. A lot of like the retro shops I go to now are starting to carry modern titles just so that they have they carry 2 or 3 copies at a time and they sell them when fucking people don't want to go to GameStop. And I would be totally fine with all my retro stores carrying modern as well as retro now.
So there was this comic book shop that I used to frequent a lot when I lived in San Jose called Space Cats, and they had comic books, old DVDs, old consoles, old movies,
Yeah.
and their shit was expensive, but it was still cheaper than GameStop.
Yep, legit.
Like-
I used to shop there too.
These guys would overcharge the shit out of you for like Dreamcast games,
Oh yeah.
but they were still cheaper as what you'd find at GameStop. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. Why would I go there?
Though I will say their bargain bin is pretty sweet sometimes. I just found a copy of all 3 discs of Blue Dragon for like $3. That was
Blue
sweet.
Dragon. Why
I
does
was
that
into
sound familiar?
It was an old 360 RPG.
Yeah,
Great game.
yeah.
And it's an anime. It's based on an anime.
Oh,
I think the
okay.
anime came
I
first.
thought that was the one where 1 and 2 were pretty good, and the third one just shit the bed.
Oh, this is a 3-disc game, so there might be sequels. I only ever played the first.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, no, I honestly think GameStop's gonna be gone soon, so we don't have to worry about
They
it.
deserve it.
I
The question is, if GameStop goes, does Game Informer go with it?
agree.
Maybe it's not like that's any importance either.
Well, no. To be fair,
like
though,
Game
they bought them out. It could be one of those things that's part of the bankruptcy. They just split off all the little subsidiaries.
Yeah, the Game Informer might even get stronger without.
Yeah, and
GameStop.
to be fair, the GameStop might just go back to being EB Games for the regional stores that are just franchises.
Oh, how great would that be?
EB Games was also expensive, but not
EB Games is cool,
shitty.
though.
Huh?
You know what I want to go back to? Not for any particular reason.
KB Toys.
No, a couple of you guys might not be old enough, but remember when it was like NES games, and to go up and get the game, it was literally just like a picture of the game and a little paper slip, and you had to go bring it to the counter, and
It's
then
called
they'd hand you the games
Blockbuster.
because people couldn't be trusted to like have games in front of them.
Yeah, it's called
Wasn't-
Blockbuster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't
Is that how Blockbuster did it?
Yeah.
My Blockbuster, you brought up an empty case. It was like Toys R Us that had like the paper slips.
It depends on which movies, but some of the older ones, it was literally just a little laminated piece of paper.
Huh. I never had that at mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want EB Games back. I want Funko Land back again. man.
Funko Land would be dope. Oh, I miss Funko Land.
I don't remember that.
What? It used to be across the street from Oak Ridge Mall.
Yeah, but I think that was before I moved to San Jose.
They-
that,
they were
that was
like
back
a
when I lived
retro
in
shop.
Salinas.
They were a
Riddle.
retro shop and then GameStop bought them out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And they used to have like playable consoles in every corner of that place, so you could go and like
I-
try games and shit.
I feel like GameStop shouldn't have bought out all of these people. Maybe they'd have more money to throw around.
Well,
Look,
to be
if they'd
fair,
stop carrying toys and T-shirts and bullshit.
they're like the EA of brick and mortar
They are.
shops.
Honestly, like the like brick and brack is all I go in there for now. If I go in there for anything,
I go in to
For
buy like
nerd stuff.
new games. You know, if my regular shops don't have them, like and like pre-ordering Kingdom Hearts because I had the money and I can't guarantee I'll have the money when it comes out. So might as well just pre-order it, lock the money in while I have the money, and do it that way. So I do go in there, and when they have used titles for like Blue Dragon for $3, I never go in there and like peruse the obscure new games. I'm just always looking in their bargain bin, pre-order like the one game that I want, and I get the fuck out.
You know, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but I have less video games to look forward to than I used to, even a year ago. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's just like video games like that
It's-
aren't really coming out that are good. Because it's
yeah,
the
a
same
lot of developers are just forcing out bullshit that they
Yeah,
think would be good.
76.
No, I feel like what it is I feel like fucking developers have these genius ideas and the publishers are like, fuck that, I have a better idea. And then
Let's make another battle royale game.
Yeah, like
because I feel like the developers really can make like really good shit. It's just the publishers of the games have the final say in what happens.
I'm
Yeah,
to
because
the
they're after what's the most profitable, right? And they're trying to like always squeeze a dime out of you. with
at this
Microsoft.
point, I'm to the
else.
point where even some of the major franchises I used to follow, I just don't care. They announce another Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, who fucking cares? You know, they'll even another Halo, I'm like, you've just done nothing with it for the last 2 games. I just can't be fucked to care anymore.
The one game franchise that did that for me was GTA, and I put too many fucking hours into GTA, and it's like at this point, I mean, like, I'm not saying GTA has gone to shit, but it's like I feel like by the time 6 comes out, it's gonna be a shit fest.
Oh yeah.
Like
Just because Take-Two is going to be putting in so many microtransactions, they're going to make it where it's like this awesome fucking armored car with a gun on top. That's like the most broken, overpowered shit ever. Is going to cost you like $50 IRL. So it's like,
yeah.
No,
I mean-
dude, it's just gonna your money is gonna be from your bank account. So whatever you buy in the game, you're using real money for.
yeah. So I rob a bank in game and I just like get everybody
Yeah, I
else.
was about to say that's how you come off like a fucking bandit. Give me that Bitcoin.
Right.
No,
Gee.
like I think Borderlands, the next Borderlands I'm looking forward to. And that's, I mean, I know Bonsai's got Kingdom Hearts, but other than that, like what else is there?
There's like whenever the Metroid Switch game comes out, I'll be into that.
Sure, but right now it's fake and unreal because nothing except a poster came out about it.
Right.
So like
Metroid Prime 4, hello? Can we get that, please?
that's exactly what we were talking about. I'm actually hoping there's a Castlevania for the Switch. I've been itching to have one. That's why I've been playing a lot of Dead Cells lately, because it's scratching that itch. So I want to beat up some vampires and
You know
Dracula.
what I'm looking forward to is I bought a copy of Stubbs the Zombie for the original Xbox. That's what I'm looking forward to.
because you had to
I'm
replace
actually
it.
looking forward to Gothic Armada 2. I need to finish the first one, but
Is
What
that
is that?
turn based?
it is a
Cyberpunk 2077.
yeah. Cyberpunk 2077 is one that I'm looking forward to.
I don't know about that, man. Like
The only
so
problem
much hype.
I'm finding with it is that I don't know if there's actually a real class system for it, and that's what's bugging me. Is I need to find out more information about that before I actually commit the funds for that one. But
I
Gothic
personally
Armada is an RTS. It's set in the 40K universe, and it's all like spaceship battles, and it's really fun.
You lost me at Spaceship Battles.
Well, I mean it's RTS,
It's RTS
so
though. It's not like you're piloting it.
Okay.
yeah, it's more
Because you know me in
StarCrafty.
fucking pilot games. I refuse.
Because he also sucks at them.
Yep.
It's a little
No
bit
interest.
of both.
Not a
Little-
fan.
Yeah, like I honestly I know most of you guys don't agree, but I would.
Like, you'll come back.
Do you
Um,
have a button that just breaks him?
No, he does though. There he is.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
I can hear you the whole time.
Yeah, no, you were totally frozen. No
Well,
sound.
which is
on
funny
that.
because I can hear everything you're saying. And he's like, I got a button that can break him.
You want to repeat it? Just so we can know what you were talking about? I know the audience will, but
Well, what was the last thing you heard?
I don't know. Klopp started talking shit.
See, you know,
You were talking
pay
about
attention to me.
him flying in flying games. You're talking about Bonsai and flying games.
He sucks at them. But no, what I was actually saying after that is I used to be super into the Need for Speed games.
Mhm.
Like I would go and get the latest Need for Speed game from GameStop back when, I gave a shit. And now I'm just like same deal. I just can't be fucked. Call of Duty, who cares? Dude, the one that hurts the most now is Battlefield because I was super into that game. Like I remember I played it on PC, I played it on Xbox. Like I bought 2 copies of Battlefield 2 because I scratched the first one to shit way too much. Because if you remember the old 360, you could stand it up, but you really shouldn't
Oh, yeah.
because it would
No,
cause that
I don't
weird
ever run
lag.
any console vertical.
man.
Yeah.
I went through I think a total of like 7 360s because 6 of them had the Red Ring of Death occur.
You know, you
Oh,
could send them
jeez.
back, right?
Yeah, but they were like just cheapo ones.
Oh
So?
no, dude! I got mine on the cheap. Sent it back. They sent me a new one. 3 months later, I sent that one back, and they were like, "Hey, we're just gonna upgrade you to an elite for your problems." And
Well,
I-
the real reason why that happened was because they were flashed Xboxes with burned discs.
oh yeah, well that's not.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
okay. So it wasn't.
My
You can
dumbass-
barely even complain.
yeah, my dumbass would like try to play online 1 or 2 times and shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Why were you flashing? Why were you modding the Xbox?
I wasn't.
Okay, so they were stolen, is what you were saying.
No, a cousin of mine would like fucking buy them, flash them, and then resell them.
Okay, I still don't get
Very,
why.
very
that's a thing.
strange. I don't know. I was fucking being stupid.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah,
I
then
mean...
I bought an actual Xbox and was like, yeah, this is way better. So
no. Okay, so speaking about Xboxes, a couple years back, it was a friend of ours' birthday, and we knew the guy at GameStop, so we came in and we're like, "Hey, dude, do you have an empty Xbox 360 box?" And this is around the time that Xbox had just come out, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, the display ones, we're gonna throw the boxes away." So we get it, and we fill it with comics, soda, and candy bars. Try and get the now you're paying attention, and we
now I remember.
we gave it to him, and he sees the box, and he gets really excited, and he picks it up, and he opens it, and I still have the video somewhere of him going like, "Oh."
Just
man
immediate
was
disappointed.
broken.
Disappointment. So good.
It was amazing. Yeah, it's because we liked him. That's why we did that. But we did give him things he liked. You know, soda, candy bars, and Green Lantern comics.
Yeah, he should have been happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Scar, why don't you tell him what you did?
Yeah. What'd you
rapid
do,
fire?
Scar?
I don't know, because if we're going right off of the topic that he just ended on, what the fuck are you talking about, Aqua?
Because he was talking about like giving them a gift where it was like not the real thing inside, and you're like duct taping.
Oh yeah,
He
okay.
gave
so,
you AIDS.
okay, so for Christmas every year, I've been having it's a target that I have somebody in my family that will get a duct taped present.
You know what you should try next? You ever seen the zip tie cages?
Oh Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
yeah. You gotta go full zip tie cage.
And duct tape.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Yes, I should have.
Because I already told Aqua's the next target.
Oh, good. Fuck that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
So- I'll, because it's nearing the holidays. My favorite one is you take a gift card and you glue it to the inside of a manila envelope, and then you put that envelope into a larger one of those packing envelopes, and you take that and you put it into an even larger one of the FedEx like small boxes.
Mhm.
Then you take that into a bigger box, fill that with packing peanuts, glue that box to the bottom of there, and then you close that up, and then you take the biggest fuck off box you could find and put that box into there and fill that shit with shredded newspaper. But like, you should dip the shredded newspaper in like that glue shit you use for paper mache, and then close it and wrap that. It was the best prank gift ever.
You know what would make that better?
If you
Duct
shit in the
tape.
box.
Or if it required less effort, I feel like
Duct tape. Duct tape would help.
Actually, to be honest, if you gave me something like that after about 4 or 5 layers, I'd throw it away in my presence, watching you watch me throw away whatever the fuck you bought me. 'Cause I don't care.
But you know me. At that point, I'm willing to spend the money for the prank, and I give zero
yeah.
fucks what happens.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even matter at that point. Like oh, I threw it away. I'm like, well, it was gonna be yours anyways. Haha.
My uncles used to do the just take like a $20 bill, $50 bill, whatever, throw it in a box with a bunch of packing peanuts and put like 2 bricks on the bottom so it feels like something better. And then, you dig through and you're like, it's just peanuts and a brick. And they're like, there's money in there somewhere. Figure it out.
Wouldn't it be better to just take that for like taking up just folded up pieces of shredded newspaper and just putting it like a folded up dollar bill?
Just one.
$20 bill.
Oh,
And
I
there was
God.
thought you were just
something-
gonna be an extra dick. Like,
It's just
fuck
one,
off.
just
That
a
is
buck folded up,
Cruel as fuck.
just like a fucking needle in a haystack.
your present is disappointment. That's what I'm getting somebody for the Secret Santa at my office. It's
Oh, no.
it's basically like my best frenemy at the office because we literally just live to hate each other, and that's what we do. So I got him a DVD copy of 1985 Rad. You ever seen Rad? This is one of
I
the
have.
worst movies ever. Ever.
That explains why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, there's nothing good about Rad, but him and his boss always talk about how great Rad is. And I really wanted to find him a VHS copy of Rad, and then also buy him a VHS player to play Rad on. But it's $50 for a VHS copy of Rad. And
I actually had the best idea for him, and he wouldn't do it. To go and find the most obscure magazine out there.
God
and,
damn it,
There
Klops.
he goes again.
and get that dude like.
Clothes.
Well, I gave my niece disappointment one Christmas. It was just literally a DVD case like that just spelled out disappointment on it inside of a box, inside of another box, inside of another box.
No, I'm pretty sure the
That was
disappointment you
just-
gave your niece is you fucking took your pants off and showed her your penis.
No.
I have a idea now that, and it's very weird that I say that right after he said that.
Yeah, I was
But
about to
it
say.
has nothing to do
Go
with
on.
that. But no, no, so you know, like the cartoonish, like fake presents where it's like the shape of a car, but it's like a fucking like fork or something. You know, it's stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like paper mache wrapping paper around a car and remove the actual car from it and just put something stupid in that.
Like
Yeah, you
a
can totally
DVD
do that.
copy of Rad.
Yeah, like a copy of Rad.
Well, what I was saying before is my idea was he needs to get the most obscure magazine ever and get the dude like a 2-year subscription.
That was really good, and I was considering it until I remembered that Rad would actually have more of a punch because he was trying to convince me he loved this movie. So now he's gonna fucking own it. But no, I will give him credit. This was good. I almost did this.
You
Get
should,
a subscription to an obscure magazine. Did you know there's a magazine called Tiny Donkeys Monthly?
Oh
and
my
it is
God,
a
it's a-
magazine about owning tiny donkeys.
Amazing.
The best part was when I saw that I was like, well, that's just easy. That's called burritos to my people.
but I was gonna say
Doritos
you
and
should
Tide.
microwave the disc of Rad first before you give it to him.
So it doesn't even work.
Yeah.
No, what it should be is
I want him to rewatch it and remember how bad it is because I know
Oh.
he's trying to be fucking nostalgic or something, and there's nothing good about this movie.
I thought the best thing would have been just record yourself doing the "I'm a Banana" song and loop it for fucking 2 hours, and that's the
Yeah.
disc.
One of the best ones I've ever seen. It was when COD Blops first came out, and somebody somehow got a copy of Blops, put the fully functioning like starting menu and everything. So like the game comes up and it's like
Oh, no.
the shitty companies who make Blops, and then like the opening video for Blops, and then the little menu. And no matter what you clicked on, start game, options, settings, anything, it rickrolled. But the amount of dedication to get a fully functioning Blops menu on a Blops disc and put it in your friend's copy of Blops, only to have him go, really?
Yeah,
So worth it.
and then
So-
you sell that shit back over and over again to different GameStops. Eventually, you'll make money.
Did you guys ever do the Blockbuster trick after a while, like when they were renting out discs, DVDs or games or whatever?
You get the
Get one that's-
insurance.
No, you get one that's super scratched. Or like you have a game that's super scratched, right? Like you fucked up your copy of Gears of War, so you just rent Gears of War from Blockbuster and put
Yeah.
your copy
So-
in there and take
Yeah.
their decent
They
copy.
got wise, so they test them afterwards. So what some Hollywood videos would offer is a $2 insurance. So I started getting insurance for all my fucking games and just boop. Because I'm like, what? That's what it's for, right? All these games are broken. Your shit sucks.
Shit's weak. Shit's whizzing. Actually, there was this great thing. I wish it would have caught on, and I still think it can happen today.
Gamefly?
Apparently, no. Well, yeah, but no. It was a Sega idea. So Sega for the Genesis would sell you a blank Genesis cartridge, and you could go to Blockbuster. So basically, you paid like a one-time flat fee that was kind of expensive. It was like $60 at the time for the cartridge, which seemed like a lot. But you could go into Blockbuster, plug your cartridge in, erase it, and upload a game onto it. So you could just go in and infinitely switch that one cartridge for one game at a time. And then I suppose if you really liked it, you could just keep that cartridge and buy another one, even though the price didn't really justify it until you had gotten so many games worth out of it. But it was such a great system of just like, hey, I want to swap games out a whole bunch and I don't want to pay crazy price. Like, it is kind of the original GameFly, except you had your own rewritable cartridge to do it on. I feel like you could like a special Xbox lockdown flash key that you go into a fucking, one of those Amazon booths or something, plug it in, download you a game real quick, and take the fuck off.
Yeah, except it wouldn't be real quick, even with fiber internet.
Yeah.
How large these games are now.
If it was local on that thing instead of having to download, that's all it would have to be. Is the console? True. The console would refresh itself every month and keep a local copy of the game. Sure, it might take 5 to 10 minutes, but that's still
and
like
while
it's
those
better than
10
what a lot of
minutes
people
are happening. You can bait in the booth.
Well, nice, but no, like for those. That's faster than what a lot of people's internet is. Like my brother, who hasn't had internet for a while, would have actually been able to play games on his Xbox in like a really easy rental situation. It's a good idea, and I can't believe it happened all the way back at the Genesis.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. It is a good
back at
idea.
the age where they were being creative,
right? Back when Bubba and Sticks was made. You ever played Bubba and Sticks? It's about a guy and a stick. The stick is your tool for everything.
Shocking.
You got to climb a wall, you use the stick. You got to plug a hole, stick. You got to hit something, stick.
Sounds
That's
like a
fucking
game
creative.
called Getting Over It.
Oh,
all
God.
you do is get over
With
it.
Bennett Foddy.
Good. That fucking game. That game is rage-inducing. I can't do it.
Oh my fuck.
Wait, that was an actual game? I thought it was like the jump to
Yeah.
conclusions, Matt.
I played it for like 10 minutes and it reset me. Then, just for the fun of it, I think I was in a video call with Aqua or somebody, and I was sharing my screen and playing this game, and I got way further than I've ever been or I've even seen like YouTubers get, and then I fucked up and it literally flung me from like halfway through all the way to the start.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
And-
it's this whole game where the whole goal is to move to the right. That's your whole goal, is just progress to the right of the screen. But the problem is that it's very difficult because of the
And the
inherent-
mechanics are fucking garbage.
And there's a
so
huge
actually
chance
it's-
that. Go ahead.
It's not just to the right because you go back and forth because there's only so much room on the map, and I think at the very end it's like at the very top right of the map.
Okay.
Okay.
Even still, your goal is just to progress that way. But the
Yeah.
problem is, it's very easy to just accidentally fling yourself back hours worth of work.
But not
So,
forward.
The best way I can like describe just because of what it is, you're literally this dude in like a fucking cauldron. So you don't have feet, and you have a sledgehammer on a long handle, which is what you what the fuck is the goddamn word that I'm trying to
This
use
sounds
here?
a lot like what was
Yeah.
it, the QWERTY game where you have to control muscle groups individually, and the dude
yeah.
will run. Remember that shit?
I did that. No,
I
like,
did.
I do.
To me, it reminded me of a game called Mount Your Friends, which is where you play a guy that's trying to climb a mountain of
Oh,
people.
that's right.
That's creepy.
It's great.
Yeah,
it was
but
weird.
yeah, but the mechanics of it is like if you're playing with a mouse, the hammer is wherever your mouse is moved to, and you basically have to lift yourself over this fulcrum of the hammer to get everywhere. And it's just so bullshit because sometimes the hammer won't go where you want it to, and it will just fling you back.
Okay.
It's basically a game made out of frustration.
Yes, because
Is this like
the whole
loot
time
box
you just have-
game where there's really no point to it.
because the whole time you just have this dude talking to you about how fucking bad you are at the game.
It's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
old
the
God of
nerd
War
rate.
games, like, you've died 4 times. You want to turn down the difficulty? No, shut the fuck up and keep going.
Oh, that's always the most condescending.
Yeah.
We notice you're struggling. Do you want to turn it down? Oh, I notice you're a piece of shit. Do you want to go fuck yourself, game? How about that?
no, with Getting Over It, dude, he would be like, if you want to take a break, you can. Just remember, don't get too stressed out. And it's like, shut up.
You
I'll
told
make
him
you
you not
stressed
to
out.
get stressed. It's stressing me out.
You worthless fuck.
This fucking game is condescending as
That
fuck.
Fod is an asshole. Somebody got that for me for last Christmas, though.
All right, so I do have one question for you, Scar and Aqua.
Uh-oh.
Why haven't you joined the fucking FML, you pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually end up downloading FML.
You know, it's also a web app. You have the web, right? You have a browser?
No, I don't. What is the web?
Yeah.
Is that like what spiders make?
It's worldwide.
I don't really know what FML is.
It's fuck my life.
Understandable.
Oh, because he doesn't remember shit about the last episode because he's too baked to function.
Yeah.
FML
That's
is
it.
Fantasy Movie League, which coincidentally is what we're going to talk about next.
Oh, does it cost money? I don't have money.
No,
No,
it's a free game.
It's a
Yeah,
free.
we're all spending money on something.
Yeah.
You're running a movie theater. You have $1,000. You got to put movies into each theater, and the one that makes the most money wins.
That is
I just
true.
noticed your girlfriend's in your background.
Yeah.
I just saw some movement when your shit zoomed in.
He's
and I
like, "Oh,
didn't
you're
notice
about,
the
you was about to be murdered."
I had to check my camera to make sure my wife wasn't in the background.
Well, I was thinking, and I was like, "Blue wall. No, I'm good."
I'm defended.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine. But no, so this week on FML, we're actually playing in 2 leagues, so we're gonna show both of them. We got the main MGN one, and yeah, it looks like the Deadpool wasn't as popular as some folks thought. And
Yeah, I was really banking on it.
I was banking more on it.
Oh,
Yeah, he
I
was.
had not in that league, but I had one league where I played it in every theater, and it did not do well.
Speaking on it. Get it? Haha.
so,
Why did we bring Aqua? No, I'm kidding.
yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be a recurring theme. The why did we bring Aqua segment?
That's the
Oh, yeah.
recurring joke that's going to happen from now on.
I'm surprised Mortal Engines didn't make more money.
I'm not.
I actually want to go see that.
Yeah, so do I.
I
But
really want to go see that.
you know, when stuff like this happens, I go, it's because I didn't go see it. That's why I didn't make any money. It was my fault. So
Oof.
it looks like Spider-Verse paid off.
Which I actually do
Because-
want to go see.
It's a
Has
kids
anyone
movie.
seen that yet?
No, I
None
really
of
want
us.
No,
Because
if
we suck at
any of
this.
us had seen it, we would have been talking about it.
Yeah, we would have
Yeah,
reviewed it.
I might see it this weekend coming up. That's about it.
And then the MGM
All right, you
year.
go see that, and I will go see Mortal Engines.
So it's funny. Bonsai got third on the
This is the
normal
worst I've done in a
metagame.
while.
Yeah, and he got second on the MGN year. So he's doing something interesting.
Well, the one member I played me nothing. Even though I put in theaters, it gave me no money. So I'm kind of at a disadvantage in the one. I can't remember which league it is.
Sure, but we're talking about just this week.
I'm
Like-
just saying. I'm saying for the overall though, there is the one league where I have 0, and I'm going to complain about it on every episode because I got ripped off. I'm like 50 mil below automatically because of bullshit.
Yeah, and you deserve to lose because you won the last one. It's okay.
What?
But all right, no. So you sons of bitches need to join this.
You really should.
Maybe.
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
go
play
ahead
your
and agree
bullshit.
for you. Now you have to do it.
All right, so that actually brings us here to the end of the episode. Check us out Tuesday nights on twitch.tv/metagame network and the 5D YouTube. We're on there as well. Check out our website at 5dpodcast.com. And Bonsai, final words.
I really have nothing this time. Go fuck yourself.
Helpful. Scar, final words.
Next week, my name will no longer be Scar. It will then be Catnip Addict.
If you say so, Scar.
Yeah, we'll see. I get to override that because I'm the one streaming. So you don't tell me what to do, bitch.
Shit.
Klops, final
Welcome
words.
to Thunderdome.
So why do we bring Aqua?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Aqua, final words.
That's a good question.
Nope. Not a good question at all. Bye.
See ya.